standing for you.
Welcome to the Lions Den. 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. Real. Welcome to the Lions Den. 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. To the Jeremiah, I'm finna bring the fire. Cause on the second turn, you don't crucify the Messiah. Growing like a lion instead of being defiant. You better come together and try to form an alliance. Black Jesus minister, new heavyweight champ. Finna turn the lights on instead of using a lamp. They try to keep up with us, but they leg is catching a cramp. Hebrew Israelites, now that's the name of the camp. That's a divine prospect. Shout out to the brother Ron. When they see the Hebrews, other ideologies run. Then apologies come, forever calling us dumb. Bringing all of the facts and leave them silent and numb. So Kwam Yasha Allah, call up Danya Allah. We got no problem, tell the truth and we follow. Got skilled debaters, like Michael Edwards. We never go run, PowerPoint, we run the lecture. Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. Real. Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. We see you talking down when you're doing your interviews. We got a multitude of knowledge, so how could we lose? Used to be in the gang, so I give them the blues. Welcome to the Lions Den, we deep when we face you. I know it's hard to understand your ancestors was a slave, but challenging biblical knowledge, homie, we did great. Intellectually, I know you really hear me, you're standing right here. Look at me, kid. Yeah, you gon' get this work. When a father don't spend his time, that mean he fit this curse. We the people like it or not. Take a look at your block. The rise of AOC, Masharaya, Sha'ala, cause we got it on lock. Identified through our condition. Try to label us African without permission. Never laying down, tapping out, no submission. See us in the streets every day, we on a mission. Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. Real. Welcome to the Lions Den, 144 men on the rise again. Yes. And you better show some intellect. That'll be the only way a nigga ever get respect. Real.
We get a certain type of treatment in the conscious community. We get a certain type of treatment in the conscious community of which you are at the forefront of, Sarnetta. So what we're saying is that we want to have a dialogue and discussion about what is good for Black people and what should we be demonstrating within our communities and our faith. Man, we wanted to have an intelligent conversation. So why don't you invite me on your...
All right, family. Peace and blessings to you all. Shabbat Shalom to those that are still in there. Right? You know, first and foremost, man, we want to give all praise and honor to the Abinah Yahweh Shem Mashiach Yahushai for all things that we do. You understand? And as we continue to move forward with this movement, you know, confronting our people with this information. We here at the Lions Den, man. One of the reasons we created the Lions Den was to try to create a platform where brothers could come on and have a fair opportunity to speak. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. All right. We could give brothers and sisters a fair platform and an opportunity to express themselves. You understand? And for someone to be complaining about the fairness of the platform is really a spit in the face in what we've tried to create. You have to understand that we've had all walks of life on our platform, from atheists, from scientists, from people that believe in Kemet, people that believe in you know, don't believe in nothing.
Black woman God.
Black woman is God. We brought all these people on to give them an opportunity to express themselves, especially in the debate platform. And it's our goal to make sure at the end of the day that person felt that they was treated well, right? So for somebody to be speaking against the platform or saying something negatively to the platform concerning treatment is very strange, man. So all praise and glory. I got my brother Judah 7000, man. I want to give him the floor. Then we got another special guest, my brother Free, who actually lived in Kenya and actually lived in Israel. So we're going to be doing a review of the debate, the location of the ancient land of Israel. But first, I want to allow my brother 7000 to speak. 7000, you there?
Yeah, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabbat. Going on, family? Uh, I was watching. First of all, I want to, thank everybody for, coming in and debating with us and hanging out with us, sharing the information. I always felt that it was a fair platform. You know what I'm saying? But story always change when if you're on the losing end of the stick.
Right.
For some people, not all of them. All right. I mean, this brother, he was an acting champion for a minute when things kind of went left and right. He was champion or whatever. But now he's running around. Out there, the judging system was biased, which that's like a slap in the face to me for the simple fact I was on the board to help pick the judges. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're out here listening, I just think that's very disrespectful when, the topic of the debate was where is the ancient location of Israel? Me personally, I didn't get to vote or nothing like that because I was moderating. But after I sat back and listened to it, brother, not one time did you even give us a location. You didn't give us no location. You was all over the map of Africa, and it just me it was just you didn't. I mean, that's a big thing to prove when the general consensus say that where the location is now is the location. So you had a lot to prove. And to be honest, brother, you didn't do that. You was trying to respond to Jeremiah, but when I seen it, you didn't give not one location at all. So you can't get mad at the judges. You can't get mad at the judges for them not voting for you because you didn't provide enough information. You didn't, and when they asked you about the salt, was it the Salt Sea? Come on, bro. You didn't address that. You didn't address the journey. And like I said, you didn't give us no location at all, man. So it's just like I said, to me, it's a slap in the face for you to even get on social media and say all the people who voted against him will be cursed because they're liars. Stuff like that. I mean, that's wrong. That's wrong, man.
Yeah, man. Let me say this too, real quick, Jeremiah. The thing is that the first debate ended in a draw, right? It ended in a draw. You didn't see me go on social media and say nothing, all right, about the debate, make a video or say anything. It was a draw. It is what it is. Let's get back to it. Let's reschedule it. Let's finish this thing, right? So when you're looking at the first debate was on this platform that you're on now, that everybody's watching right now. The debate was here, and this is where all the debates usually are. All right. So this is where we have the debates. But for this debate, we changed the platform to his personal platform. Not only that, we expanded the rounds. We don't do that. We have two sets of rounds. You can either do 3 10-minute rounds or you can do 3 15-minute rounds. We got this brother an extra 15 minutes, a whole nother round to appease this brother, right? We went from 3 judges to 5 judges to appease this brother. This was all for him because Jeremiah wasn't asking for more judges. Jeremiah wasn't asking for more time. Jeremiah wasn't asking to change the platform. But we changed the platform. We gave more judges and we extended the rounds for him. And this is what Jeremiah, this is what 7,000 did for this brother to appease this brother. And at the end of the day, you lost 4-1, man. Because you going up against Mr. Handing Out L's. That's just what it is, brother. I mean, you know, we all lose sometime, man. So, but the thing is, I just want to let everybody know that's watching that the great lengths that 7,000 went to appease this brother, right? Like we lost 7,000 there. But he went and did all of that to appease this brother, and this brother still got some, he's still complaining. Well, you know, your complaints don't matter. You're looking at the Lions Den Debate League champion. Let me get 7,000 back in here. Right? 7,000. Did you hear what I said about all the things you did to appease the brother?
Yeah, I heard the majority of it. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to me, like I said, it was just like a, you know, slap in the face for him to be. Now, would he be saying this about the judges if he had won?
Right.
That's what I want. Everybody,
you kind of break it up, 7,000.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying, you know, man, it just kind of hurt my feelings, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fair person, man. And, you know, I went out my way, got them extra time. You know what I'm saying? Got, you know, I thought I picked pretty good judges. You know, and get some camera today. Everybody who voted, he's talking about the Lions Den. The judging is not fair. I mean, you can't convince 5 people. I mean, you got 5 different people listening to you. I mean, you got a good chance of convincing somebody, right? You got a good chance of convincing somebody. He just didn't do it. And like I say, if the brother, he didn't get, but what I seen, he didn't give a location, right? He didn't explain the journey. He didn't explain about the how Christ traveled. He said something about a boat, but you said you even came and said something about a horse. He could have just came and said, well, the donkeys travel 40 miles an hour, but he didn't do that. You know, he just didn't bring enough information, bro. And something new like that, you gotta every you know, can you
You're breaking up. You breaking up. I don't want you to lose.
Well, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said he didn't explain the journey, how long it took.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From Egypt to Kenya, how many miles would you say was that? 2,000 miles? That's like me walking from
5 miles to Egypt from Kenya. 1,905 miles.
That's like me walking from Decatur, Illinois to Phoenix, Arizona. I'm just saying.
Right.
Hey, this man, my dogs would have been tired by then, man. That's a long walk. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I ain't got nothing against the brother. Really personally picked out the majority of the judges. A couple of judges kind of backed out the last minute, so I had to scramble and get a couple more. And I appreciate all the judges that came and participated. But that's basically all I got to say about it. I just, you know, next debate to find as many non-biased judges as I can, or Jeremiah, or, you know, however y'all want to do it. But I asked him, did he want to go to a poll? He didn't want to do that.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, hey man, your connection ain't that good. 7,000, man. If you want to come back on, when you get out, get settled,
okay.
Let me know, bro. I got you. All right, family. So You know, 7,000 wanted to hit me up. He hit me up and he wanted to address those concerns, you know, trying to say that someone was biased toward them or whatever, this and that. And listen, the problem is this, right? When you're looking at Africa, there's something called there's a book here called Hebrewism in Western Africa, right? So if you notice during the debate, he would go into Western Africa, but yet he's claiming that Jerusalem is in Kenya, but Kenya is in Eastern Africa, right? But then he would go into Western Africa, look at these cities here named after the biblical names or whatever. That's because our people was in Western Africa. I brought this out in the debate. Another book, Babylon and Timbuktu, which lets you know about it says a history of ancient black races, including the black Hebrews, right? So when you go into parts of Africa and you're seeing relics of Israel in those locations, it's because our people was there, right? So when you notice he pulled out a map and he said, a brother asked him, how old is that map? He said, oh, it's real ancient, right about the 1800s. That's not ancient, all right? And our people in 70 AD, from 70 AD up until the transatlantic slave trade, our people was in Africa. So you're going to find relics of our people from that time. So if you notice, all of his information was in between that window, 1500s, 1400s, 1600s, 1800s, because our people was there. And around about those times, we had already built great civilizations such as Timbuktu, such as Mali, such as Ghana. Guess what these are? These are in Western Africa. And these are the locations where he tried to use to substantiate his point. But I didn't see anything coming from Kenya. So all praise and blessings to the Most High. We're going to be going into some scriptures. And I'm so thankful to have my brother Free on, man. Because in the debate, he played the video of this brother. And this is my brother. It's one of my teachers. You understand? So it don't make no sense for him to reference my teacher. I'm gonna call him. You understand? So, hey, Free, what's going on? Let me unmute you. There you go.
Walla Walla, Walla Walla Walla. You know what I'm saying? You know, I give praises to the Most High. My brothers, you know what I'm saying? Bonnie Israel, because this is not me. This is not.
He kind of breaking up, Free. I sure hate that, man. Can you hear me, Free? You kind of breaking up, man. You're on glitch mode, right? So for those that are watching, this brother in the debate, if y'all notice, this broadcast is called A Review of the Debate of the Ancient Location of Israel, right? And the reason it's so important to have Free on is because you have one brother saying that the location is in the Levant. You have another brother who's saying the location is in Kenya, right? So what's important about Free is that he used to live in Kenya and he lived in Israel. So, I mean, I ain't never been to Israel. I've never been to Kenya, but I'm a researcher. So I'm researching the information and learning from my teachers, learning from my elders, submitting myself to the information. And I'm not just there taking their word for it. They're showing me ancient artifacts, archaeology, historical and biblical references to substantiate the information. You know, I've never went on a campaign to destroy anybody in the Hebrew Israelite community. I mean, even when you're talking about some debate, like it's not that serious, bro. You know what I mean? And so now the only reason that I beat you or you lost was because the judges was biased. Those people, those brothers had their own opinions, and they listened to the duration of the debate. They listened to your information. So instead of your information being flawed, right? Instead of your presentation not being good enough, it's got to be something wrong with the judges. So, hey, music, if you're watching, reach out to me. I'll bring you on. You can defend yourself, brother. But you've been doing multiple videos since the debate, man. And we have said nothing. We've said nothing. But I wanted to bring Free on so we can talk about the location of the land of Israel, so we can get some more insight from an eyewitness, somebody who's been there, because, brother, you ain't been to no Kenya either. Nor have you been to Israel. But a bulk of your debate was on damn conspiracy theories, which I'm not bashing conspiracy theories, because usually what they call conspiracy theories usually is the truth. Right? So I'm not against conspiracy theories. So what I'm saying is that the information that you presented just wasn't good enough. If I'm just sitting back and you've talked to me before about the information, hey man, you know, and I heard you spiel. I don't agree. It's because you have not presented enough substantial information to substantiate your stance. How can I go with that? I'm just take your word for it because you wanted a watchman, and that's what I got a problem with. That's what I got a problem with, because you're exalting yourself, right? So I'm praying for you, brother, that you find some humility, right? Because you boastfully boasted that you have not been tainted. Nobody has taught you this information. Well, the scripture says it comes a time where one ought to be taught again. So if you've never been taught the first time, you're behind the 8 ball already, right? So it's very important that we submit ourselves to men that have studied before our personal awakening. And we weigh the information. We look at the information for what it is, right? So, there's a multitude of scriptures that I want to go into concerning the land of Israel, right? Because when you go into the story of Christ, Mashiach Yahushua, when you go into his story and you read Matthew, you read Luke, you read John, these stories let you know about locations to do what? Substantiate their point. So now it's our job to be able to use chronography to be able to see those points. We got Free just jump back in here.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so I'm just talking to the people.
I think that, but I just want to. No, go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, so I was just talking to the people about when you go into the story of Christ, and they make specific notations of the locations in which he would be, based to substantiate his story, so that he's following the prophecies concerning the lands that he would be in. So the locations and the lands are very important. If you and I don't know where those lands are, we're arguing that is not what we believe it is, you're going to have to bring some substantial information to legitimize your point, man. Otherwise, we're going to go with what we know. Because if I ask you where is the Salt Sea, and you say the Salt Sea is where it is, then your ass is in trouble. Get in trouble. So Free, man, talk to us, man, about like I said, the brother was trying to say that the land is in Kenya, and I know you lived in Kenya, and kind of talk to the people, man. Kind of introduce yourself to the people and tell them who you are and what you're about.
All right. My name is Freedom, or most guys probably know me as Kenyan Ashua Benizzo. We are of Bani Israel, back in the east. And our understanding. Hello? Can you guys hear me? You can hear me out?
I can hear you.
All right. So beautiful. All right. So, my understanding come through fifth and sixth generation Hebrews who had never lost their culture, they never lost who they were. We put it like that. They always kept the language. They were considered the five civilized. But you know what I'm going to do? I brought one of my brothers, and I'm gonna let him explain, give you a brief history of who we are. You want to do that out? Yeah. And then I'm gonna pick it up from there, so you guys understand who we are. We don't consider ourselves Westernized Hebrews, meaning that we hold fast to the culture, the Torah as it is written. We still shach the land, meaning to slaughter the lamb. Our fathers did it. Our teachers did it. They did it in error at one point because we didn't know where Mount Zion was at. But I'm gonna give you a little quick brief history of who we are, where we come from. I know a lot of brothers came through One West. We didn't. We didn't come through One West. Our people already knew who they were, and we already had the information of the Obara and the five civilized Native Americans that came over here through Mormon and from there forth. So I'm gonna let the brother break it down because all this is interconnected with through Haile Selassie, through what's my man from just go ahead.
Honor Josiah Ford.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thing.
Oh, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sean. Peace to you. Piggyback what the brother was saying, we're not from the school of the One West Israelites. We're not from the school of the Israelites from the commandment keepers going back to Abba Bivens. We're not from that school. That's a recent school.
Right.
That's still new. You know what I'm saying? That's early 1900s. We going back all the way into Mexico before the Mayans and the Aztecs. We talking about going back into Chad from where the people from where you see we talk about the Book of Mormon. You heard us talk about Lehi, the son of Shaphat, that's spoken of in the book of Jeremiah, whose name was changed to Lehi. This is a oral tradition. This is not an oral tradition, I'm sorry. This is an oral branch and family history that goes back to the Northern Kingdom. Since the Northern Kingdom, from that branch of Lehi was actually given, some of this understanding and fled from out of Jerusalem around 609 BC and ran into Africa, as we can see. So we go all the way back. This is in One West. We got a lot of love, and we come out of the One West branch. But the fact of the matter is that we come in with information regarding to the elders of Israel that came over here on the slave ships, and not only those, but the elders.
Go to that. Go ahead.
So, if we talk about, a lot of people heard of Arnold Josiah Ford, but a lot of people don't know that Arnold Josiah Ford's son was Wallace Dye Ford. Right. You know what I'm saying? Who was the actual person to originate where we got Islam. He taught Elijah Muhammad. Right. So a lot of this history that we're going to go back into, it's going to go back before you talking about ISUPK, One West. So we're not coming from that sect of thinking. We coming from an older branch of the Black Indians that was originally here. So in ancient America, the Black, for example, I'm just going into a few things, in early America, you talk about the ancient language and the ancient Hebrew or Bara, that was called ancient Cherokee. That was called ancient Choctaw. This was what our people here in ancient America of the northern kingdoms of the Black Indians was actually going off into. And these are the stories that's spoken of in what we call the Book of Mormon or the Sealed Book of Mormon. These is ancient records of ancient America. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about going into the cowboy era in the scriptures. You got to talk about, you know, the Book of Mormon. You know what I'm saying? You gotta read all of the books. So this is the school of thought, you know, to sum it all up, you know, that we coming from.
Right, my man. Before you step away from the mic, I want you to explain to them the connection between our people before the split, because the split was what people don't understand is the split is very important, and these same people are our teachers. They derive from us. We derive from them. I mean, we derive from them. We got our information from them. These are the same people that eventually ventured off into Demona that did go off. Some did, but not all. And the ones that didn't go off, that kept the language and the culture of the elders, were the ones who've been our teachers. And one of the last ones who taught the ancient Obawa, Keskiyahu, who just died recently from the community in Demona, he stayed true to the community in Demona. He was actually the first one to go over there. It wasn't Ben Amin, you know what I mean? And the reason I'm bringing you this information is to connect. Now, also, I'm going to move it back a little bit. I hope I'm not talking too much. In 1968, right, actually 1962, when Zion was originally revealed by Ben Gurion, and him and the Prince Abdullah of Jordan at that time got together and decided to bring our people over to Israel because they knew that we were the Obara people, or what you guys would call Hebrew. You follow what I'm saying? And so when this happened, when Martin Luther King gave his speech, I've been to the mountaintop, you know what I mean? He had actually been over to Israel. He actually had connected with Ben Gurion and the Prince of bringing our people over in Jordan and bringing our people over into what is called Arad. Arad was a city that was built for Black Americans. A lot of people don't know that. And so that, therefore, when they killed Martin Luther King, and also when they killed Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying, because he knew that we were the people and came back teaching that. And that's why they came together. They got rid of both of them, which they was going to take United States of America to the world court, or the world government court. And that was, so at the same time, we were going to be moving out with reparations and everything at that particular time. But they killed Martin Luther King, and they killed Malcolm X, and it stopped. Well, in this generation, we're the ones who picked up from those pioneers. We're preparing to go to the world court. You see us at the UN. You see us speaking, and you see myself spoke at the UN, United Nations. You see us in front of in Washington, D.C. Myself left the country in 2009 and studied abroad over in Egypt. I lived in Egypt for 10 years. And you know, you got a lot of brothers say, you know, these brothers say, Peru is Jerusalem. They say Kenya is Jerusalem, but they never been anywhere. They never. Right. These are, I call them YouTube evangelists. You know, and they're YouTube evangelists. But we go out. We venture. We live over amongst the Arabs. We lived amongst Africans, and like I said, I studied over in Egypt, in ancient Aswan, well, what is called Aswan, which was ancient Goshen, which is Upper Egypt, not what most people think, where everything happened, on Elephantine Island. And Memphis, what is called ancient Memphis, what is called Luxor today, reading the relics. The same thing that Onias, the high priest, built the temple, which is still there, that was compared to Zion. So these people haven't seen this stuff, you know what I mean? And they don't even know it existed. So this is what we do, and we bring people out there to study and research and become become researchers and almost like anthropologists themselves, where they read the rocks. This is one of the young brothers that heard the call to Mount Zion several years ago. He came out there and he was learning what we call secular Hebraic Judaism, which is the new Hebrew walk. What is called the Hebrew walk today. You know, we consider that secular or religious. So we're trying to bring our people to the original culture of the Obara people, or what you would call the Hebrew people, and the walk and the customs. And we're just not reading about it. So that I just want to give a little brief of some of the things that I've done and accomplished in this walk, and bringing up and waking our people up to the real Mount Zion. I will tell you this: Mount Zion, when Mount Zion was revealed in 2013 to our people, if you really pay attention, everything started happening. ISIS, all these anomalies, the weather, everything started getting really crazy in 2013. Now, 2009 was the year where most of the Hebrews are waking up. And that's because it was a Jubilee year. You understand what I'm saying? When that Jubilee, and also that was because the claim of the whole entire land by our brother. So we want people to come there so you can actually see it. But we know this is nothing that we're trying to make people do. They're going to show up. The brothers who's supposed to be there will show up. So I just give a brief history, where we come from, brief history of the people that we've been learning from, our family members, as well as myself. I have family over in Israel, as well as this brother. He had an uncle that left. What year your uncle left America?
It was 1968, 1969. You know,
right.
My uncle.
Right. And so these were people, again, they're fifth, sixth generation Hebrews. You know what I mean? And so we just reconnected with our family. They left out in places like Detroit and Chicago. Now, where I'm at right now, I'm in Detroit, Michigan. I'm in Detroit. Now, most people don't understand that Detroit, if that America is Jerusalem, or parts of America, Jerusalem. This, where I was at, was known as Mecca at that particular time, because this is the birth of Islam in the Western world, or the rebirth for Islam, because America was an Islamic, before it was America, the five civilized people, most people would have saw them and think they were Islam, but they wasn't in Islam, they were Muslims. That's what we are. We are Muslims, but we don't deal with Islam. So we bring back the ancient walk that our forefathers had. That's why you see us in all black. You see us in feathers and things like that. Majority of us have locks. It's the reason why. So we just, again, we're hoping that our people will tap in and challenge us and say, well, we need to come out there and see. We don't want you to challenge us, you know what I'm saying, on a religious battle and say, I'm gonna pull up scripture, I'm gonna get precept. We don't deal with like that. Our walk is we confirm our walk with the scriptures, meaning that we in the land, we do, and we read it.
Come, man. Well, all praise and glory, man. It's for me, dealing with trying to expand my knowledge, expand my research, and expand my connection with the Most High. It's just been a sincere blessing to sit back and see a lot of things that you brothers have been doing and bringing the information back, encouraging our family not to forget about Zion. So for me, this debate that I had, it was kind of personal, and personal in the sense of I have a personal stake in this, seeing that my family and my brothers have made that travel. You understand? And I have had intimate conversations about the land of Zion and looking at the relics and just watching all the information that was flowing out of Zion that really shook up the Hebrew Israelite community, because we were seeing things that we have not seen before. And it's been such a blessing to come out from behind the blinders of the so-called Jewish community, and because they will never show us what have been shown through you brothers' work. I had a real emotional moment when you released that video of that river coming back into Zion, man. Can you talk about that river, man? Because that was amazing, brother, to see that.
I think everybody loved that.
That river, man.
That was the one.
Man, that was powerful, man. Talk to us, fam.
All right. Well, so what? That water. See, this is again. When the Most High made a statement, he makes a statement that he'll bring back the waters. That land, since our return and keeping the feast. See, we just didn't come back. You know what I'm saying? The culture of our people was you return to Mount Zion and you do what you were supposed to do and not do what got you kicked out of the land. You follow what I'm saying? And the Most High knew every time we came back, he'd bring water. You know what I mean? The animals will return, which is happening. You can go on Google right now. Hyenas are in Israel now. Jackals, because we have returned. And so where it used to be a desert, right? Now it's becoming green. It's raining. And you can ask any of those who've been there for the last 50 plus years of our people. They'll tell you that never happened.
Never happened.
You know what I mean? Raining. Never. We found turtles in the desert.
Wow.
Frogs in the desert. Why? Because there's rain, there's water.
In old graves. In the old graves.
The ancient graves, it's the city of the kings. Most people don't know that, what that is. You know what I mean? So we teach, we show you, and while all that is happening, the waters are returning. The ancient rivers are returning in Jerusalem.
Shalom, shalom.
So man, it's so much happening, you know, and most important, most people would say, well, I can't get a passport. This ain't the gathering. They don't understand that it's always been a remnant of Jala people returning to the land to bring their brothers and sisters back and their children back. That was the culture. Today, the people don't understand the culture. That was an agreement in the statutes. So I want to get that real quick and prove what I'm saying, if you don't mind. Scripturally, is that cool?
Yeah. Before you do that, man, this is what I be saying, man. Like, it just be a lot of hatred, you know, in our community, man. When you see brothers rise up who actually travel and who actually are doing this work, as far as you know, agreeing on every intimate detail, that's not what this is about. Somebody in the comment section talking about. Somebody in the comment section talking about shaking my head, nobody's above scripture. Nobody said nothing about that. What the brother said was he's not going to be tongue wrestling with you Negroes about your doctrines. That's what he said. Okay. So I just want to address that, because our people, you know, something else, man. There's something else when it comes.
Let me say this. Yeah. Let me say this. And to the brothers and those, listen, our job, we're the watchmen that stands on Mount Zion. Our job is to call out for the children of Israel. Now, there are two things. Either some of these cats are not the children of Israel, they just look like us, right? And they need to be putting on, instead of fringes, they need to be putting on Egyptian garbs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's not in them in spirit. This is the spiritual walk. The most important thing, what I was explaining to you earlier, Aki, is that the earth is a chessboard. Everybody got a role to play. It may not be some of our role to come to Zion. They may be Israel. It may be somebody got to play the role of somebody getting kicked in America. Somebody got to play it. It ain't going to be me. But somebody got to play that role. Somebody got to play the role of being on the ships of Tarshish. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody got to play the role of denying Zion. Somebody got to play the role of coming to Zion and partaking of being 144,000. Somebody got to play the role of the people of the 1/3 or the 2/3. You follow what I'm saying? Everybody has a role to play. I'm not here to stop nobody from playing their role. What my job and the brother's job is call out for the 144,000 because they gonna show up. We ain't gotta make them show up. We ain't gotta put a gun. We ain't gotta keep going scripture battle. I don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I leave that for the religious brothers sitting up in somebody's home or somebody best Nev or something. You know what I mean? Or somebody building, every Shabbat. We don't do that at all.
Right. So, man, yeah.
So that water returning back to
talk to it.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, go ahead, talk to it.
So I said that water returning back to the land was the key that we are in the right place at the right time. There's so many things that happen to show that the Most High is with us. I mean, I could tell you the first, they had in 2000, well, let me go before that. 2014, I think 14, 15, 16. You can look it up right now while I'm speaking this. 2000, there was an eclipse and 2 blood moons happened back to back each year, 2015, 16. And they so happened to land on our feast days. Now, the scripture says that the law, it says the word should come from Jerusalem and the Torah should come out of Mount Zion. You know what I'm saying? There's a scripture that says you will know your teachers. They're going to come behind you. They're going to whisper in your ear and say, this is the way to walk. And it tells you that your teachers will no longer be here. So the scripture plainly shows you where your true teachers are going to be coming out of Mount Zion. And, that's why, our information is different. It sounds weird to a lot of people, but we can't be debunked. You follow what I'm saying? We can't be debunked. They can't say we did, we say we use the word Allah. These brothers be ready to, and that shows me they don't even understand Hebrew. They can't even understand Hebrew if they don't understand the word, a simple thing as Allah. You know what I mean? So
name of the children
everything we do is different.
I thought the name of the children of Israel was
Say it again?
I thought the name of the children of Israel was Yasha Allah.
There's the word Allah in it. You got brothers calling themselves Gabi Allah and Yashur and Yarala and all these other names, And I'm like, well, you got Allah in your name. It means something. God is what with you. What I mean, But anyway, it's a lot going on, man, in the earth. I mean, we had in the Jubilee year in 2000 and I want to say 2017. We had the first Shavuot, or what brothers call Pentecost. And that first Shavuot, we took the bread, the showbread, we put bread, not the show, we took the bread and that we had made from the feast and put it on the table of the Most High, Jah. Don't you know that same night there was what it was called super moon. It was a super moon, but they called it a blue moon. So bright. It hadn't happened in 50 years. So last time it happened was in 1968. Now, what happened in 1968? 1968 is when our people first returned into the land of what we know as Jerusalem or Rod. That's what happened in 1968.
Wow.
1968, right. You follow what I'm saying? That was the last time that moon had been seen. So the Most High shows us signs that we are correct through the heavens, through the earth. You follow what I'm saying? So it's just been so many. I mean, I can go for that same year 2016, the beginning of the year of that year of 2015, the first day of the new year, right? There was what was considered another blood moon or eclipse. I'm sorry, eclipse that was in the sky. So you can look at the record. You can Google everything I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? ISIS didn't come out until 2014. I can show you who they are in the scriptures. All these things are happening because we have returned to Mount Zion. Why do you think this corona is here? I mean, this COVID-19. Do you really think that this is by a coincidence that the angel death came during Passover time? Because that's what it is. Do you really think that's a coincidental? No, that's because of what we're doing in Mount Zion. Our prayers are being heard. And because we've been praying for the Most High to return our people, not just us, our brothers and our children, right? The Most High have been moving all those years on the behalf of us in that land, international news. But now, to make it, to take it on, I mean, now it's national news. But to move it on another level to bring us home, he had to make an international move, which was COVID-19, to prepare you and those who don't believe what we're doing or believe in us to bring you home, to desire you to come home. That's why this COVID-19, that we done that. And the Most High, we done it with our prayers, and the Most High made a move on our behalf because of what we're doing. But I can't tell nobody that because they don't believe unless you're there. You ask any brother who they see the Ruach. They know what's going on. And there's some brothers who may believe. You see what I'm saying? The Most High is preparing to move you. A lot of brothers don't believe in reparation. Reparations all through the scriptures. This is what we've been praying for. But now, all of a sudden, the spirit of your enemy, so-called enemy, want to give you money.
Yeah.
Huh?
Plenty of it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they even put on a bill right now to give you 2,000.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand the spirits that's behind this.
Hey,
He
said this 5 years ago. I promise you.
So
I promise you, he said this 5 years ago.
So right now they just put on the bill to give Americans. See, it's starting off with the Americans. It's going to end up with you, Hebrews. They saying they'll give you 2,000. You know, they want to give you 2,000 a month for 1 year. And then the other thing they were saying, well, if we can't give them 2,000, we'll have them pay rent free.
Yeah.
And if we don't decide to do that, it's either going to be you just pay no taxes in your jobs or whatever it may be. So this is the season the spirit of giving money. I ain't even talking about unemployment.
Yeah.
But all this is done because the Most High is about to move those who have an ear to know him, to seek his face. You can't seek his face in America. You have to seek his face in Mount Zion, according to the culture. So we teach the culture and the heritage that has been lost from those who call themselves Hebrews, or I wouldn't even say lost, that the elders that wanted to do so long, but Mount Zion wasn't there. Now that it's been revealed, that shows you one thing too, that grace is just about up.
Mm.
When Mount Zion was revealed, that showed you that grace, your grace that you love so much, is about up. And because of that, the Most High had to put the angel death out there during Passover time. Ain't no coincidental.
Wow.
Yeah, and Mount Zion was found. Where was the location of Mount Zion?
It's in Arad, the vicinity of Arad, but it's still Arad. We call it the Negev in Israel. The Negev.
That's
means
in the
south of the country.
That's in the Levant.
We call it the Negev.
So
some may say the south of the country.
I'm just trying to figure out, is that in Kenya?
Nah, they ain't no Kenya. Nah, my name is Kenya. Well, if you want to say Israel, I'm in Kenya. I'm in Kenya. I'm in Israel. That's the only Kenyan I know that's in Israel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm clarifying for those that are watching, because the name of this video is a review of the debate of the ancient location of Israel. You understand? So for the viewers that are watching, it's very important that we substantiate, that. And I brought this.
I prove. Oh, my bad. All right, go ahead,
Go ahead. You good?
I can prove to anybody with basic common sense. You know what I'm saying? With 2 or maybe 3, well, 1 chapter really, I could prove with 1 chapter, show you where Israel is at, where Jerusalem is at. But if you want to get detail, I could pull out 4 or 5 scriptures and show you just like that.
Show me right now. Show me.
You see what I'm saying?
Let me see it. Right.
Geography.
Let me see it right now.
All right. Let's do this. Give me 1 second. Let me pull out my all right. 1 second here.
And while he getting there too, I want to say this. You know, it's one thing to, you know what I'm saying, you know, to be talking about it, but it's on a, come on, you know what I'm saying, whoever out there, come on, sister. You know, it's a totally different level where you talk about, I'm sitting here, me, myself, personally telling you, you know what I'm saying, we can go to the land of Israel and we can get to pointing out different sites and pulling the scripture at the same time.
Right, at the same time. Give you the
at the same time. And we can pull the stories out and prove this and that at the same time. If it ain't nothing unless you actually been there and know the geographical locations, landmark, you know, military tactics, that don't change.
That's right.
That don't change.
And it was considered the city of Jerusalem. When anybody tell me this is Jerusalem, America, I said, first thing you need to prove, show me the 5 cities of Jerusalem. Most brothers don't even know that Jerusalem got 5 cities.
Right, right.
Show me the 5 cities of Jerusalem. Point them out. Hey, and let me even watch this. Let me crack a couple heads real quick.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm gonna crack a couple domes real quick, right? Because I know brothers don't know this. Jerusalem had 5 cities, not including the villages, right? And what the brother just told you, the way that the city was set up was in defense. You know what I'm saying? Like fortified. It was fortified like a basketball team. That five basketball players to protect Jerusalem. Now let me show you something. Right? The 5 cities, if you ask anybody to name you the 5 cities of Jerusalem, they can't. But I'm going to be a nice guy and I'm going to give it to you. Ariel, you had Uzzah, you had Bethlehem, Judah. The reason I say that because it was 2 Bethlehems. You had Mount Olives and you had Mount Zion, which was the city of David stayed in. Right? Now, the connection to what brothers be looking at our flag and say, man, that's the pentagram. We just smashed that all day. That ABC doctrine. The reason you see the 5-pointed star is because Jerusalem was the city that was designed like that 5-pointed star. I'll knock some heads over. So that's the way you see them points on them stars. That's actually where each city sits at in Jerusalem. Holla. So that's why they call it the seal of Jerusalem. We can show you that in scriptures. You read it. Many of you read it in your apocrypha. We just didn't know what you were reading, right? So let's go into a couple of scriptures real quick. So to show you something, right? Now, let's go into Acts 1 and 12. And I'm going to read this. According to the word of the Most High, first you got to find the 5 cities in Jerusalem. And whether it's Kenya, can't find any cities that are still there. That meaning that they're broken down. I could take you to each 5 cities and you see that city still remaining. Now, today, these cities are amongst the Bedouin villages or on the outskirts of the Bedouin villages. I've been to every last one of them, slept in them and everything. That's what we teach people to do. We stay in them. because you need to understand what those cities are going to benefit you in the near future of those who talking about we're going to return to the wilderness. Well, the wilderness is Jerusalem.
And then you got some people that are coming to Mount Zion for the first time, and they'll look at the city and be like, well, how could all these people stay here? Not understanding that was the main city. That was like the city mall right there in Nehemiah.
There you go.
13.
That's right.
That wasn't the place where all of the people was just sitting. They was on the outskirts of the land.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we talking about the borders. We talking about the land geography. We talking about the Jubilee years. We talking about the Sabbath years. We talking about the geographical location. This is the difference in culture compared to the Hebrew Israelite one West doctrine that we are often run into, and that's not to knock none of our.
No, we don't do that
like that.
No.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to read Acts 1 and 12 real quick. Acts 1 and 12. Then returned they unto Jerusalem from the called Olives, which is from Jerusalem a Sabbath day journey. Now, the question is, how long is a Sabbath day journey? Can anybody out there tell me how long is a Sabbath day journey? Or put it up on the board. You tell me, Jeremiah, what answers you get.
All right.
A Sabbath day journey is a walk. Now, we know what they call a day's journey. You know what I'm saying? A Sabbath day journey. What you see in modern day Jerusalem can't be it, because that's like a 25-minute walk. That's a 5-minute jog. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got any answers?
No, ain't nobody
posted. How many answers? What you got up there?
Nobody posted.
Okay. A Sabbath day journey was between 6 to 8 hours. Or some say 5 to 8 hours, depending what pace you was walking at. We've done that walk. And another thing, from Beersheba to Jerusalem took 3 days. 3 days journey. Right? That's the Sabbath day. I mean, that was the journey that our father Abraham did.
Hey, let me say something real quick, right? So for those who seen the debate that I had, I want you all to listen to what the brother is saying, because in the debate, the brother was showing different locations that were like thousands of miles apart. He would show Kenya, then he would show Ghana, which is almost 5,000 miles on the other side of the Africa. Then he would show down, right. Then he would show down in South Africa. He would show some ruins in South Africa. Then he'd go to Northwest Africa and say, yeah. So we have to take these things into consideration. Notice that the brother said it is a 7-hour walk. All right. It takes a lot more time to travel 1,905 miles or 2,000 miles. You can't travel that in 7 hours, family. Not walking. So I just want to show why was it important that I was asking the brother, why was the location that he was identifying so far apart? He tried to draw it out like I'm just trying to pull hairs when it comes to you splitting hairs, brother. It don't matter how far apart it is. Well, clearly it do matter when these people were walking. Go ahead, man.
All right. So that's just something for you to ponder on. I want you to go to Isaiah 64 and 10. Get that from me right now. Isaiah 64 and 10.
Isaiah chapter 64 and verse 10. The holy cities are a wilderness.
They what?
The holy cities are a wilderness.
So that's what I just explained to you guys. The cities, the 5 cities of Jerusalem are wilderness. Okay? They're in the wilderness, I mean they're in the desert. Keep going.
The holy cities are a wilderness. Zion is a wilderness. Jerusalem a desolation.
So all these, not only Zion, but the other 4 cities should be there. You always should see Mount Zion. The Most High made a promise in Psalms that he'll never get rid of Mount Zion. You see what I'm saying? Mount Zion and Mount Moriah are 2 different places. They're not the same place. Mount Moriah, where was Solomon Temple was at. Mount Zion, where David's tabernacle was at. We have a video out there saying return to Becca, which is the first house of Jalah, which is Mount Zion, or the valley of Becca. You see that in the scriptures. Or you can read it in the Quran, where it says Becca, not Mecca. You see what I'm saying? Let me drop some on the brothers who may, so you can bring to your Islamic brothers or our brothers who are trying to pull out of Islam. The Quran never says Mecca. Muhammad never pointed people to pray towards Mecca. You will never find that in the Quran. Try it. But he pointed them towards Becca. Becca is the Most High house. That's Mount Zion. Now, if you want to know who it is before, Mount Zion that city was built by Enoch. You see what I'm saying? That city was built by Enoch. So I just want to go into that just a little bit, give you information so you can have.
Let me back real quick on that, what you said about Islam and Muhammad, right? This is Babylon of Timbuktu, page 49, second paragraph. It says, Muhammad tried to construct his religion as closely as he could after the Jewish religion. He favored the Jews by accepting many of their laws and traditions. When the Jews refused to...
Start right there. Now, it says he accepted. Why did he accept them? Who was his mother? His mother was a Judean woman. His mother was an Israelite. You see what I'm saying? Now, well, let's look at reality. How many of you Negroes was raised by your mammy because your daddy wasn't there? Majority of the Negroes that's on this call.
Right.
So he knew about the culture because he was raised by Israelites. And then later on, he left and dealt with the Koresh or the Koresh clan. It's a whole nother story, but keep going on.
Right. He favored the Jews by accepting many of their laws and traditions. When the Jews refused to be converted, he commanded his followers to stop turning toward the holy city of Jerusalem in prayer, but rather to turn to the city of Mecca. So I just wanted to bring that he was praying originally towards Jerusalem.
Now let me put that out. And I like that, brother Windorf Rudolph, right? But see, there's really no facts on that. I just want to put that out there. That's why I tell brothers to read. Read. When you read the Quran, he never told nobody to stop praying towards Jerusalem. What has happened, let me tell you what has happened. What has happened is that these Arabs and all these brothers in Africa have taken on the Safani doctrine of Islam. And when you see the word Becca in the Quran, they put quotation Mecca. You follow what I'm saying?
Just do it on their own.
Yeah, you guys they did it on their own.
Do it on their own.
So you guys got to research this, really research this, and watch the light bulb going. But let's get to the main topic, because it's not about
when you writing
Muhammad or nothing.
Trying to switch some shit your way. You know what I'm saying? You're not.
And all that ties into that our forefathers here in America. But let me keep going real quick. I don't want to stay because I'm going to show you a few scriptures to show you the Jerusalem. Now let's go to Joshua 3:13. And I'm going to show you something that's very detailed. Joshua chapter, and start at verse 13. Now, it is said, right? Watch this. Now, these brothers used, even the brothers said that Jordan, they say they crossed the river, right? That's the key. Are you familiar with that, Jeremiah?
Yeah, come.
Even the ones in America, they say it was the Mississippi River, right?
Hey, but we got some people in the comment board right now. Somebody asked somebody to prove it's in America. So that doctrine, man, must be taking some steam. That's unbelievable, man.
Of course it is. And it's a reason why. It goes back to the Book of Mormon. It was actually some of our forefathers who did that. It's the reason why, because it was considered, they call it Eden, or they call it the New. It was the Rechabites. The Rechabites. You got to really get it. That's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? I want to stay focused. But what I do want to say, those who look at that doctrine that say America or certain parts of America is Jerusalem, because they split America up, and they say that the Jordan River is the Mississippi River, or they say the Nile River is the Mississippi River. Well, let me prove something real quick. And then over there, the ones who say in Kenya, they got this river over there saying that this is the real Jordan River. We don't understand the Obara. Now, the word Jordan, right, means to descend. That's all it means. That's why the country today, well, let me say this. The word Jordan got nothing to do with no. That's why you have today the country, which was previously known as Arabia, was renamed after 1918. Jordan means the land, or it means to descend, because he goes down into the bigger portion of Arabia, right? That's all the word. The root word that is Jordan. You can look it up. Just means to descend. Got nothing to do with water, to do with land. That's like me saying, there's some cereal on top of the refrigerator, and I tell my son, can you Yarden that box of cereal for me? Mean brown, to descend it down. That's all it means. So this is how you blow it. This is how you destroy that off this scripture right here. Go ahead, Jeremiah, Josiah, Joshua 3:13. Let's see where they crossed that. And I'm gonna prove they crossed to Masada, not no river. I'm gonna prove they crossed into a sea, not no river, a sea, S-E-A. Go ahead.
Joshua chapter 3, verse 13. And it shall come to pass, as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of the Lord God of all of the earth shall rest in the waters of Jordan.
Waters of what?
The waters of Jordan.
So it says rest in the waters of Jordan. Now another thing, in the so-called Old Testament, you'll never find the word Jordan River together. You only find the ones in the New Testament because they want to deceive you. That was placed in there, but you'll never find it in the so-called Old Testament. So it says in the waters of Jordan, right? And when you look at it, you can pull it up. H3384 is the Hebrew number for that, concordance, and it just means to descend. That's all it means. Go ahead. Oh, wait a minute.
Hey, give me that chapter and verse again.
Joshua 3:13.
One more time.
Joshua 3:13. Go ahead, Al.
Verse 13. And it shall come to pass, as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of the Lord God, the God of all of the earth, shall rest in the waters of Jordan, that the waters of Jordan shall be cut off.
So stop. Now we see they're at the water of Jordan, right? Keep going, read.
It shall be cut off from the waters that come down from above.
See that? So all it means to descend. Said it right there. Keep going, read.
And they shall stand upon a heap.
Read.
And it shall come to pass when the people will remove from their tents to pass over Jordan, and the priest bearing the ark of the covenant before the people.
Read.
And as they that bear the ark will come unto the Jordan, and the feet of the priests that bear the ark were dipped in the brim of the water.
Read.
For Jordan overflows all of its banks.
So now, there's even showing that's a deeper miracle. It's showing that the water was overflowing this time, right? Keep going.
For all Jordan overflows all of his banks all the time of harvest, that the waters which came down from above stood and rose up upon a heap very far from the city Adam.
Go ahead.
That is beside Zeratan.
So now most people don't even know where this is at. We teach and show where this is at. Right? Go ahead.
And those that came down toward the sea.
Towards the what?
Toward the sea.
Towards the river.
Toward the sea.
Towards the river.
The sea.
Go ahead.
Of the plain, even the salt sea.
Even what sea?
The salt sea.
Read.
Failed and were cut off.
Read.
And the people passed over right against Jericho.
They passed over the salt sea into Jericho. Jericho is Masada. You don't gotta pass on dang no sea or no river if you're on the Jordanian side to come over to what they call Jericho. It ain't no river. But most brothers don't know that because they ain't going over there. They go Google a map, you know what I'm saying, and they put some old drawing up there. And that don't even exist. Did you hear what I just said, Up?
Yes, sir.
So they cross over the sea. Masada today is actually called was ancient Jericho.
Yes. Yes, and I brought that out in the first debate I had with this brother, and it was it ended in a draw, family. It ended in a draw.
How can that be a draw when they cross a sea and not a river?
Right, and that's a fact, because if I pull up a map right now, family, and show you all, you will see that the Jordan River at the north bank, it flows and it ends into a larger pool of water. This is the area that he's talking about. Masada is located at the south region of this bank. And this is what I brought out, man. But, all praises be to the Most High, because it just gave me another opportunity to have this conversation and to go into more information giving me an opportunity to talk about Zion, man. I'm thankful to the Most High.
Let's deal deeper, right? Now, Jericho, I'm gonna prove where Jericho sit at. It sits in the Negev,
right,
of the country. Go to Judges 1:16. Did you bring this one out right here, Op?
Oh yeah. In the first debate, I was all scriptures. I brought all this out, man. All praise and glory.
Beautiful. 1:16. Right, here we go. It says, go ahead, Op.
Verse 16, and the children of the Canaanite, Moses' father-in-law, went up out of the city of palm trees.
Now, the city of palm trees. So, we know this ain't in America, and what they talking about, let's say talking about Florida, right? So they say the city of palm trees. Now, if you go to Israel, right, and you go to the Negev, right, and off the Negev, and throughout the south of the sea of the Salt Sea, or where that sea breaks off at, you're gonna run into palm trees going straight down all the way to them palm trees going all the way down to
past Gilgal and Gedi.
Oh, it passed all that, yeah. But it goes all the way down to the southern border of Israel, where Jordan, Egypt, and Israel meet at. It's called Elat. And then it picks up and continue down there. You see what I'm saying? Now watch this. Keep going, read.
And the children of the Canaanite, Moses' father-in-law, went up out of the city of palm trees with the children of Judah into the wilderness of Judah, which lieth in the south of Arad.
The south where?
The south of Arad.
So south of Arad. Now, see, that done gave you something, right? It says the children of Judah. So that even showing you that Judah starts south of Arad.
Hold up, man. I'm about to pull up a map right now.
Pull up a map. Yeah, everybody pull up a map. And pull up a map. This is what I want you to do. I want you to pull up a map with Arad and showing the 12 tribe lots. That's what you do. Pull up a map showing Arad and the 12 tribes lots. And usually when they show them lots, they ain't got them in different colors on the map of Israel. Now we're going to read this again.
Right. Arad, right?
Arad. I want you to Google Arad, map of Israel, Arad, showing 12 tribe lots. And you're going to get a map of all that.
Okay.
Man, I want to write them scriptures too.
Yeah. My Google Maps.
Opening maps.
All right, here we go. Let me share my screen.
My Google Chrome. My Google Chrome.
Let me know if you can see this.
All right, let me see. Hold on. Not yet, buddy. Hey, Joe, let me get one of those.
You want a grapefruit?
Yeah, and I don't need all. I just want, you know.
I'll split it up, yeah.
We got some water. Give me some water.
Yeah.
My Google Chrome. My Google. My.
1, 2. That fourth one look good because it's showing the lots.
This one here?
Not good. So, yeah, put that one up. Let's see how that looks. It's showing the different lots.
Let me zoom, blow it up. Let me blow it up.
Do you see a rod in that? I see a rod right there.
Hold up. Let me go back. Okay, hold up. Saying let me blow it up.
Yeah.
Oh, you
There we go.
You might just want to save it and then do it from your own picture.
Yeah, can you see that?
Yeah.
Now it got Hebron right there. Hold up, I got some more maps. Here's a map. Here's a map.
I sent you a map too, I think, one time.
Yeah, I got it. Thing's taking its time, but here we go.
Yeah. Your water over there too.
Paying attention, Jay Nice?
Yeah. I had to get it on. But I got my notebook though.
That's some sweet grapefruit, boy.
Yeah, man.
Where you get that from? I ain't really too big with grapefruit, man.
Let's take it.
That's because sometimes you gotta let them sit, man. Just let them sit for about a day or two. You know what I'm saying? Before you get to eating.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah, bro. Gotta ferment that fruit.
Yeah. It's hating on me right now, man.
That's how to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, sucker.
Satan don't know our secret till we verbally put it out there. Otherwise, he be guessing what we gonna do. And make sure you got a rod as the city. That's the key, to show a rod. I thought the other one was pretty decent, but
Yeah, this had Hebron on it.
that's cool if you got Hebron. That's fine.
All right.
Because we're gonna deal with that. So make sure I got a rod. You gotta have Hebron on it. I just need a rod on it. And if you can get it color coded, meaning that showing the different lots, that's fine too. That's even better. Because then I'm gonna really show you the deception. What about that one right there? With
This
the
one?
brown over to go up one. What about that one? Is that cool? Matter of fact, you know what? No, use the one under you. We don't need to color code it. Because if you use the one under, I'm gonna go into that. Or keep that one. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Yeah, that one right there. Hit that one. Blow it up.
Let's blow this thing up some more.
Blow it up. Blow it up like a gay man trying to be straight. That's beautiful. That's perfect because that's gonna go right into that. What I'm gonna bring out.
All right. Yeah, it got Masada on it.
It got Masada. Beautiful. And it also has what on it? Matter of fact, since it got Masada on it, I'm gonna go back over that scripture. It got a rod on it too, right?
Nah. It got Judah, Israel, got Idumea.
But it don't have the city of Rod.
Nah.
Hold on, I'm gonna send you one, man. I know I got it. I'm gonna send you one on your phone, on your what's it called?
There's Beersheba, Masada,
Yep.
Hebron, Bethlehem, Jerusalem, Jericho.
All right, I got you right here.
Here we go. There's a rod right there. There's a rod right
Beautiful.
there. Hebron.
All right, beautiful.
There you go.
Okay, now, Hebron, and between Hebron and a rod, you see where a rod is at?
Yeah.
If you go straight across, right, to a rod, you're going to run into Masada on the
Right.
same exact cross, right?
Right.
So now let's read this scripture real quick. Now, if you notice, You notice where they got Judah started at, right?
Yeah. Trying to see if I did.
I'm gonna show you all their maps are lies.
Here go Masada right here.
The maps these brothers are using. The people who are doing these videos are using maps that are a bunch of lies as well. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Now, in that map, only thing that's missing is a lot, and I'm gonna send you this one out. I found a dope one. That's cool. Because what's missing, the trickery in that is that where's Benjamin lot?
Right.
Okay, so this one I'm gonna send you this real quick. All right, look at your what's it called. I'm sending it to you right now. Pull this one up. All right? This got everything in it. I just sent it to you. And you'll pull that one up, please.
I got you.
Because see, brothers think that Jerusalem belongs to Judah, and it doesn't at all. You see the link I sent you?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up now.
Okay. If I could put it in the chat.
Is this it right here?
Let me see. Okay, here we go. It's going to be the one. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Load that one up.
Trying to, man. There we go. There you go.
There you go. All right, now let's go over and look at these scriptures again. Right?
Yeah, you see where they got Benjamin, right?
Oh, yeah. Benjamin, right? That's where modern day Jerusalem is at. You notice that, right?
Right.
And you see Jericho right there too, right?
Right.
Now let's go back over to Joshua, the previous scripts. Watch it contradict what they got. Watch this. Everybody paying attention. I want to hear everybody put an amen up in a message box after I show this one. Y'all ready? Let's go back and go back to that Joshua. Let's destroy them and prove our point. So we're going to go back into Joshua 3 and 13. Let's go back at that real quick. We're going to read that one again. Look at your map as we're reading it. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 13, and it shall come to pass as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of the Lord, the God of all of the earth, shall rest in the waters of Jordan, that the waters of Jordan shall be cut off from the waters that come down from above, and they that stand upon the heap. And it shall come to pass. I'm sorry. Verse 14, and it shall come to pass when the people were moved from their tents to pass over Jordan, the priest bearing the ark of the covenant before the people.
Now stop. Now the way they read, the way they got this, your map on there, they got where Jerusalem is at. It looks like they're telling the truth, don't it? They got Jericho up there on top part. Ain't no water up there. Ain't no sea up there. Watch this. Keep going, read.
It shall come to pass when the people were moved from their tents to pass over Jordan, the priest bearing the ark of the covenant before the people, and as they that bear the ark were come unto the Jordan, and the feet of the priest that bear the ark were dipped in the brim of the water, for Jordan overfloweth all of his banks all the time of harvest, that the waters which came down from above stood and rose up upon a heap very far from the city Adam.
So the city Adam is south of what they got right now up there. It's south of that. Keep going, read.
That is besides Zeratan, and those that came down toward the sea of the plain.
So the sea of the plain. Now look, if that's the case, where you see Jericho at, there's supposed to be a sea across from them. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Right.
Keep going, read.
And those that came down toward the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, failed and were cut off.
Now they at the salt sea, read.
And the people passed over right against Jericho.
Now where you see a sea on that map, and Jericho caught a sea across from Jericho on that map?
You don't. It's above the Dead Sea. Jericho.
And that sea is the Sea of Galilee.
Right.
That's not the Salt Sea. That's the Sea of Galilee. Everybody should be like saying hallelujah right now. Go ahead, read 17.
And the priest that bare the ark of the covenant of the Lord stood firm on the dry ground in the midst of the Jordan, and all of the Israelites passed over on dry ground until all of the people were passed clean over.
They crossed the Salt Sea. Now let's go to the next one. Let's destroy this real quick. So we already debunked their maps, and all the maps look like that. Pull them up, anyone you want. Now let's go to that Judges 1:16. Watch this. On that map, they got Judah starting where? Under Benjamin, right?
Right.
And it goes all the way down to Arad, right?
Right.
All right, let's see if that's correct according to the scriptures. Judges 1:16. Pay attention. Go ahead.
Right now, families, we're showing you chronography in the scriptures. Go ahead, up.
Biography. We're showing you geography.
Right.
We're showing you geography, basic geography. Read a map, that kind of stuff. Go ahead.
Judges chapter 1, verse 16. And the children of the Canaanite, Moses' father-in-law, went up out of the city of palm trees.
Out of the city. He went up out of the city of palm trees. Read.
With the children of Judah into the wilderness of Judah, which lieth south of Arad.
Wait a minute, where?
South of Arad.
South of Arad, right?
Wow.
Now let's even get more on it. Let's show the lines. Let's bring it out. Now let's go to Deuteronomy 34.
Everybody see this, right?
We'll read.
This is Jericho here, according to this map. This is Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Judah. Then we have Arad down here. So what he just read said it was south of this. Notice that, family. Go ahead, Oxalakia.
Now that's all right. Now let's find out where Jericho or Masada is at. Let's read it. 1-4, verse 1.
And Moses, verse 1. And Moses went up from the plains of Moab unto the mountain of Nebo, to the top of Pisgah, that is over against Jericho.
That's not over against Jericho. So we know if you look on that map, ain't no damn mountains across where they call Jericho right now. Keep going.
And the Lord showed him all of the land of Gilead unto Dan, and all Naphtali, and all of the land of Ephraim, and Manasseh, and all of the land of Judah, unto the utmost sea, and the south, and the plain
The
of
what?
and the south,
And the what?
and the south,
And the what?
and the south,
And the south of the country, the Negev. What was there?
and the plain of the valley of Jericho.
Oh, wait a minute. On your map, Jericho's on the north.
The city of palm
The
trees.
city of what?
Palm trees.
We just read that the city of palm trees started south of Arad, not north of Arad. And Jericho should be in the south, in the city of palm trees, not north. Uh-oh. You see that, Ak?
Yeah. I got to pull up my PowerPoint real quick, man, because all that stuff you saying, I had it mapped out. But go ahead, though.
It's all right, brother. This is a master teacher here. All right. So is that clear? That's real clear, right?
Right.
Ask anybody or anybody who's listening. Put a something up on the page to show me that we all on the same agreements.
Right.
They said they got everything else to say on here.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Watch this. Give me let's go to, I want you to get first Maccabees. 9 and 50,
Who, me?
Yeah, I want you to watch this real close what I'm about to pull out here. I got a couple more scriptures and I'm going to be done. See, I already proved, because every map you pull up is going to look just like that. So at this point, it's showing you that Jerusalem is in the south of the country. Well, we show there's two Jerusalems. We can prove that too. You got it on your phone? You got Maccabees?
I need to know. I don't got my phone.
Oh, just Google it. You got that? You got that scripture out?
950?
Google.
We're going to Maccabees.
Here are some results from a search.
First Maccabees, chapter 9 and 50.
Yeah.
Read it real quick.
First Maccabees 9 and 50. Afterward, return Bechide to Jerusalem and repair the strong city in Judah.
Now, hold on. They in Jerusalem, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right? Watch this. It's a smack in the face. Read it. Go ahead.
The fort in Jericho.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh! Boom.
Emmaus and Beth Horon and Bethel and Tamathis and Pharathon, killing these words, and
There you are.
Tophon, these did he strengthen with high walls, with gates, and with bars.
Uh-huh.
Let me keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
And in them he set a Gershom that they, Salakia, garrison, he set a garrison that they might work malice upon Israel.
Keep going.
He fortified also the city of Bethshur and Gershom, Salakia, Gilzara, Salakia, and the tower, and put fences in them, Salakia, forces in them, and provisioned of victuals. Beside, he took the chief men's sons in the countries for hostages, and put them in the tower at Jerusalem to be kept. Moreover, in the 150th and third year, in the second month.
All right, you good. You good.
Thank you, sir. God damn.
All right, I got two more and we're gonna be done. Let's go to let's give you Matthew 3:1. Get that Matthew 3:1 right here. Watch this.
But what I was getting
Now,
from that was it was speaking of some city with a stronghold.
That's right. Watch this one though. Let's find out where John was at. In Jerusalem, in Judea. Look at your map. They got it. It's contradicting everything we bring it out in the scriptures. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 3, verse 1. And in those days came John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness of Judea.
Preaching where?
In the wilderness of Judea.
We just found the wilderness of Judea is in the south of the country, under a rod. Go ahead.
And saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
See that? Go ahead.
For this is he that is spoken of by the prophet Isaiah, saying, the voice of one that crieth in the wilderness.
Right. Wilderness means desert. So we see that it's still in the south of the country. Right? Now here's the headbanger. Joshua 15:1.
So Jericho, Jerusalem, and Judah all in the south?
They're all in the south, man.
That's 3 cities.
Joshua 15:1. Let's bang this one out. I'm gonna have to show. I'm gonna have to put some in that this chat group on this one too. Go ahead.
Joshua chapter 15, verse 1. This then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families.
So now we're gonna go with the tribe of Lot, where Judah started. Let's find out where Judah started. Is it up there, north of the country, or is it in the south in the Negev, known as the wilderness? Go ahead.
This then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom, the wilderness of Zin.
The wilderness of what?
Zin.
What?
The wilderness of Zin.
Right. So your map, you should see the wilderness of Zin on that map you got. Right? Uh-oh. Do we lose?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm pulling it up now so people can see it. I'm pulling it up now.
The wilderness of Zin. But I need that map of a ride up too.
There it is, wilderness of Zin. Can you see it?
Leave it right there. Now, leave it right there. Leave it right there because we're going to contradict everything that's on there. Keep going. Let's read.
The verse 1. This then was the lot of the children of Judah by their families, even unto the border of Edom, the wilderness of Zin. Southward was the utmost part of the south coast.
Oh, can we go read?
And their south border was from the shore of the Salt Sea.
Their south border was, it started where?
the shore of the Salt Sea from the bay that looketh southward.
So the beginning of their border, remember we just read that Judah began south of Arad, right? Because Jerusalem belongs to Benjamin, not Judah. And so now you're looking at this map, you got the Salt Sea split into two parts. You have the long one, and then you have the South Bay, which is after that break.
Let me see.
That looks down. Yeah, look right here.
Y'all see this?
Arad, Judah's supposed, and then the South Bay. It
It's
starts
Judah right here.
You're right, but that's not Judah. Judah's supposed to start. This purple is supposed to start under Arad, not on top of.
Oh, they got it in north.
Right.
That shit is backwards, right?
Yeah, backwards.
I see that they did. Oh, okay.
Keep going, read.
Verse 2, and their south border was from the shore of the Salt Sea from the bay that looketh southward.
Right, that's the small part. That's the bay. Start right there. Keep going, read.
And it went out to the south side to Ma'alachabim and passed along to Zin.
Keep going past Zin. Keep going.
And ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Barnea.
Now you see Kadesh Barnea is even further south. You're going to see Kadesh in there. Keep going, read. It's even further south. They're giving us the beginning, going all the way down to the south point. It's going to tell you where it ends at. Keep going, read.
And passed along Hezron.
Hezron even further than Kadesh Barnea. Read.
And went up to Adar.
Past Adar. It's even further south. Read.
And fetched the compass to Karka.
Keep going. Even south. Even further south. Read.
From thence it passed toward Asman.
Read.
And went out unto the river of Egypt.
Went out where?
Unto the river of Egypt.
It went all the way down. The border of Judah starts from south of Arad, and it stops at the Nile River. Keep going. Read.
From this it passed toward Asman and went out unto the river, and the goings out of the coast were at the sea.
Wow. At the what?
At the sea.
At the sea. He's going to tell you what sea. Keep going. The sea they're talking about. Well, hold on. What sea is near the Nile River? It's called the Red Sea. Come on now. Killing them. They're lying to you. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
So hold on. What part of the Red Sea is in Africa? I mean, if that's the case, if it's Kenya, it should be going through Somalia, going to Madagascar, past Ethiopia. Come on now. Keep going, read.
This shall be your south coast.
It should be what?
Your south coast.
So they gave you all the way from the north of Judah to the south of Judah. Keep going.
And the east border was the Salt Sea.
The east border what?
Was the Salt Sea.
So it tells you the Salt Sea, no other sea, but the Salt Sea, mean that small portion, the South Bay, that's where it's saying it again. Right? Go ahead.
And the east border was the Salt Sea, even unto the end of Jordan.
Read.
And their border north, in the north quarter, was from the bay of the sea into the utmost part of Jordan.
Read.
Verse 6. And the border went up from Beth Holga and passed along by the north of Betharaba.
Right.
And the border that went up to the stone of Bahan and the son of Reuben.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And the border went up toward the beard from the valley of Achor.
To what?
From the valley of Achor.
Who know where the valley of Achor? If you know where Masada at, right? Just look. If you got Masada, then you go south of Masada, and that's called what?
Valley of Achor.
The Valley of Achor. Whoa. The Valley of Achor sits right there on the Salt Sea. Oh, that's smacking them in the face. God, I'm so good. You're too damn good. All right. Now, I want to just throw something out there real quick. Watch this. Keep reading.
Verse 7. And the border went up toward the beard.
Now it's going to go back up. Go ahead.
From the valley of Achor and so northward, looking toward Gilgal.
Gilgal's a little bit north. Because Jerusalem was the southern part that protected, Judah borders protected Jerusalem. If you notice in your map, they got Jerusalem surrounded by different lots of the tribes of Israel, because that's how they protected their border. They didn't put it like we do in America in Washington, D.C. Somebody could just send a missile off to this, off the ocean. You know what I mean? Technically, your capital should be somewhere like Utah. You know what I mean? In the middle of the country.
Even this map has Jerusalem in the land of Benjamin. Now, can you see the screen?
That's right.
But
it's supposed to be Benjamin.
It's northward. This Benjamin family is supposed to be down here by Arad.
That's right. Arad is Benjamin.
Right.
I'm gonna show y'all something. This stage, I'm gonna put something in there, and you post it. We're gonna smack them up a little bit. Go ahead.
Verse 7, and the border went up toward the Beer from the valley of Achor and so northward, looking toward Gilgal. That is before the going up of Adamim, which is on the south side of the river. And the border passed toward the waters of Ishemish, and the goings out thereof were at Enrogel.
Read.
Verse 8, and the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom.
Read.
To the south side of the Jebusite.
South side of what?
Of the Jebusite.
And what? The same as what?
The same as Jerusalem.
The same as what?
The same as Jerusalem.
The same as Jerusalem. Arad is Jerusalem. Let's even get a little bit more of that. The Jebusite city. See, if you pull up Arad, they call it the Jebusite city. Tell Arad. Arad. Wow. Now that's dope, ain't it?
Now, what you brothers and sisters need to understand is the information that these brothers are bringing out is showing you that the land, the map, and the location of the city of Jerusalem, where you know it is today, the tourist site, is why this map has been changed. Right? So this place in Arad is exactly what the scripture said it was going to be, desolate. But this place up here is the tourist spot, should be down here. Go ahead, Op.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna put some in the inbox real quick. They can have. Watch this, Op. I'm gonna have you read this. Oh, come on now. Don't feel me. Go gadget computer.
Always playing around.
Always playing around.
Nah, that's spirits too. Y'all gotta realize that. That's
real?
spirits too. Yeah, that's through the computer.
Oh yeah.
When they know when it's too good, it glitches, so it can break off everybody's energy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why you just gotta rock with it.
All right, here we go. Watch this. I'll show you something.
We in the in the computer area, so now.
Watch this. Oh my God. Watch this. I'm about to hit him. I'm about to hit him. Hey, I'm gonna give you something to read. You read it. Watch this out. Hold up. Where we at? I'll put some in the chat box. Read that.
Arad.
Read that.
Come. Arad. Definition. Arad. A wild ass. One.
That's what it means.
Benjamite, son of
That's why. Right. That's why. Right. It was called Arad because it was named after a Benjamite. Keep going.
Right. Who drove out the inhabitants of Gath, a royal city of the Canaanites, north of the wilderness of Judah.
Oh man. You see what they doing there? They lied.
They lied, bro.
They lied right in front of your face. They totally
Right.
contradict the scripture. Well, that's so good, though.
Right.
Well, hold on. I got something to give you. They lied.
Just to keep us off so we won't find it.
That's right. They hid it. They try to hide it.
They trying to hide it for sure.
That's deep, ain't it? Hold on. I got some more. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. I got some for you. Oh, man. Wait a minute. Where's that at now? Don't fail me now. One second. Give me 1 second. I got some. Nah, I got something that's just gonna. It's just gonna blow their mind.
Up, man.
This software. Yeah, you just gotta get you one. Get you a nice little joint.
1 second. One second, brothers. God damn it.
Yeah, I learned most of my scripture by this PDF.
Oh yeah.
1 second. 1 second.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man, they playing with me.
Hey, man, let me make this clear in the comment board. Any of you brothers want to come on, we'll bring you on. So if you want to talk, instead of running your mouth.
Here we go. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say, brother, because I'm about to show something real quick. That's gonna blow some mind.
He must be something.
Yeah,
Brothers be tripping, man. They want to argue all this. What's up with brothers want to argue all this?
I'm gonna hit y'all with something quick. Just give me like 30 seconds.
It just remind you of that too, man. Brothers know that. Y'all good. Y'all can eat that fruit up, man. I ain't tripping. Got more in there.
Somebody said, show them an ancient map of this. This map looks like it was made yesterday.
And you know what? Tell them to Google me a map. Well, I can show you where the deception's at. You know what I mean? Where the first map of Israel, we have that.
They didn't know where it was at anyway.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm showing them is, listen, what I am showing them is a map that the people drew up.
You mind if I say something?
But this brother,
real
go ahead, man.
Hey,
Hold on, let's see what he going.
Okay, I want that.
Go ahead, this brother what?
Now I was just about to say, telling this brother, if he want to come on. You got a lot to say in the comment section. Come on so we can talk, right? So we can see where your knowledge is.
Bro,
I bet you don't have the courage to do that, but go ahead, bro.
You mind if I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
Hey, I want to say for all the brothers out there, all the Israelites, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the combative attitude. We need to get the knowledge, man. That's the actual thing that we need to get. Right. Everybody want to act like they know it all. Hey, man, I doubt that, brother. I really doubt that. Everybody don't know it all. We know none of us know it all. We need the knowledge, man.
All right, here we go. Watch this. Watch this. Here we go. I'm gonna give you something real quick. I'm gonna have you read this. See, we can prove what we're talking about, and I ain't even took you there. I just showed you that their maps are lying. Read that real quick, Art.
All right. Arad, a wild ass, a Benjamite son of Bariah, who drove out the inhabitants of Goth. I guess that's First Chronicles.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Go to number 2.
A royal city of the Canaanites a royal city of the Canaanites named with Hermoth and
Lipna. The wilderness, read that.
The wilderness of Judah was the south of Arad.
Oh man. Go ahead.
Smash. Okay. So
keep going.
right, no sweat. It may be identified with hills. Tell a
Of
rod.
what? Tell her what?
Tell a rod.
Tell her what?
Tell a rod.
Go ahead, man.
An hour and a half northeast by east from Mill.
That's Mulata. That's Mulata. Mulata is right there. You remember we driving? You remember when we go
And 8
to
hours from
you will see
Hebron.
a sign in Mulata when we go to Ariel.
Yeah,
Ariel is Mulata.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what you see right there. You see the sign, Mulata, and then you build up to go under the thing, and we go into the wilderness, and then we go down, and then that's David's castle, Ariel.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was called Mulata.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. I got some more, man.
Yo, that showing that is
Hold on, we ain't killed it yet. Let me do one more thing, brother. Go to get hold on. Get second. Hold on. All right, let me do this real quick. I ain't killed it yet, man. I'm just gonna stick a knife. Let me stick the sword in the nigga neck.
We going.
Maybe stick the sword in his neck, man. But his head can just hang off. All right.
This is the sword, the word. We giving y'all the sword right now.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna get it. I got some more for you. Read this out. See, this is beautiful, man. See, the word is said that the word is the truth and every man alive, man.
Oh, and every man alive. I didn't write that down. Word is the truth.
Go ahead, read that out.
Word is the truth.
yeah.
Every man is alive.
Let's see.
That's
Now
Telerod. They tell you it's Telerod. Telerod is the city of David,
Huh.
man. But we gonna go into David.
You want me to? Okay. Tell a rod, a Canaanite city.
Go ahead, my bad.
Sorry, Canaanite city, about 20 miles south of Hebron. Damn. The king of Arad fought against Israel and took of them prisoners when they were retreating from the confines of Edom. It was finally subdued by
That's
Josh,
right.
one of the sons of
Go ahead, say it, brother. You there? You good?
Yeah. That's it, right?
All right, hold on. I got something for you. Yeah, hold on. I got more, man. It's always more.
You got them boys in the presets and the Excel. That's sweet though. You got them.
Hold on, I got more. Hold on.
Them boys are organized. Yeah, that's how.
All right, now let's do this. Now we see that Telerot, right, was the city of the Jebusites, right? And we just read it says, and he went up into this Jebusite city, the same as Jerusalem, right? Watch this. Let's go to 2 Samuel 5 and 7. Here you go. 2 Samuel chapter 5. And to confirm what it just read, that our people didn't take Jerusalem. Y'all know that, right? Most brothers don't know that. But I show that if you need me to. When we was taking our lots, our people didn't take Jerusalem. We stayed with them. We lived with them for 500 years until David came.
Right.
It tells you that in the book of Joshua. Let's get it. 2 Samuel Go ahead.
Verse 7, chapter 5 and verse 7. Nevertheless, David took the stronghold of Zion.
Of what?
Took the stronghold of Zion.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let's go back up. Start at verse 6.
Verse 6. And the king and his men went to Jerusalem unto the Jebusites.
To what?
Into the Jebusites.
Now, what's in Jebusites? Telerah. Go ahead.
The inhabitants of the land, which spake unto David, saying, except you take away the blind and the lame, you shall not
come in hither.
You shall not come in hither. Thinking David cannot come hither.
Right? Yeah, David ain't getting in here. Go
Nevertheless,
ahead.
David took the stronghold of Zion.
Of what?
Of Zion.
Zion is a Jebusite city. Go ahead. The what?
The same as the city of David.
The same as the city of David. Now, I don't know what else to. I don't know what else to do now. Now, anybody want to come on? Let them speak.
The city of David. So the city of David is in Kenya.
Well, it's in me. It is in me. Thank you for speaking on my name.
Sure, I'm trying to figure out if David is in Kenya. I'm
man.
Yeah, man. It's a city, not a country, too. I don't know why people be getting all this city and countries mixed up.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? So you guys see that, right? That's real clear, man. I mean, we can't get no clearer than that.
Right.
And for the ones that say they want a better map, find me one. Hey, you got a better map?
I thought the map we pulled up was fine, showed everything we did.
It was, man. You cut it out.
Yeah, man.
So talk to me now. What's going on your end?
Now I appreciate
a lot of things got quiet, man. Where the people at? The Israelites is here. Boer people, we here.
Right. Now I appreciate it, man. You know, you brothers coming on, man. Because it was important to me. You know, me and 7,000, we wanted to address the brothers claiming that the platform, the Lions Den platform, has some sort of bias, but we showed that every one of this brother's conditions that he wanted.
You there, Doc?
Yeah, can you hear me? I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I hear you.
Okay, come.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so I wanted to I wanted to address that. I wanted to do a review and reconfirm that we, according to scripture, have a greater connection to the region known as the Levant, where Israel is today. But we were showing that there have been lies and deception, but those lies and deception can be uncovered by simply going into the scriptures and lining up these locations. That's why it's important. So, brother, why does it matter? Well, the Salt Sea is what it is. The Salt Sea is where it is. That's what he said when the brother said, can you show me the Salt Sea in Kenya? He said, well, the Salt Sea is where it is. That means it's in the Levant. So if it's up there in the Levant and we're reading Salt Sea in Judges, we're reading Salt Sea in multitude of different places in the scriptures, and it's giving locations, we're supposed to disregard those locations for what? To find out that our people traveled to Western Africa? We know that. We know that. So I wanted to bring the brother Free on, man. So you brothers and sisters could see and hear an eyewitness testimony.
I got one more for you, Mark. I got one more for you. Can I please put this one in Read this one. This last one for me. Read this one, brother. Let's just put the nail in the coffin and shut it forever.
He's doing that. That's what's up.
Now Telluride. Let's get it right there.
Come. A city mentioned 4 times in the Old Testament. In the
No. You gotta go up. Go up where it says Arad 1.
All right, Salah. Yeah, I just read that one.
Where it says now Telluride, a Canaanite city about 20 miles. Okay.
Yeah,
Then you go down. Okay. Mentioned 4 times in the Old Testament, the King version, twice mistakenly. You read that, right?
No, I haven't read that yet.
Okay, that's what I want you to read. My apologies.
No sweat. A city mentioned 4 times in the Old Testament. In the King James version, it is twice mistakenly rendered as the name of a king.
That's right. That's the
3
king.
times it is spoken of as the South Country.
The what?
South Country.
No, Jerusalem is in the North Country.
No, South Country.
Okay, all right. I just want to be sure. Go ahead.
One mentioned using the phrase the wilderness of Judah.
And we know that the wilderness of Judah started south of Arad.
Right.
According to the Bible.
Right. The wilderness of Judah, which is in the South Country of Arad. Wow. I need some explosions right there.
Boom, pow, pow, ting, ting, ting. Boom.
This, Salakia, that is the part of the wilderness of Judah, which is in the South Country near Arad. It was situated near the frontier of Judah and Simeon.
You see where they got Simeon at now, right?
Right.
On that map. All right. So that's just some things, man. I think that's enough information for them. You got anybody who want to come on or anything like that?
Nah, man, that brother that was talking crazy, you can come on, brother. You just say the word. This brother right here, I'm putting him on the screen. This brother right here. Contact us anytime. Anytime you want to come on and you want to talk.
Oh my God, look at this brother.
All right. This brother need to put a shirt on, okay? What's going on here, man? Brother, anytime you want to come on, brother, you contact us. This is the Lions Den Debate League. You want some smoke? We got all the smoke for you. All right, now I'm not speaking for Brother Free because these brothers, I'm ready. Understand? Right? So this is what we do in the Lions Den. We debate. All right, so but anybody else, I don't really see nobody. We got a lot of support, though. A lot of support from the family, man. A lot of support from the family. And great information, right? Substantiating the land of Israel, the ancient location. The only thing we dealt with, family, was ancient location. We dealt with it, right? We showed you from the time of Joshua. We showed you all the way up from Joshua, all the way up to King David. We showed you, right? We showed you the lands. We showed you the locations. We showed you the map, right? So understand this, family. This is again something that we're passionate about, and the reason that we're passionate about is because we want you to come home, family, right? We want you to come home to Zion, man, and so we can send up the prayers. We know we have dark times ahead of us. You got to prepare your spirit, your mind, and your family. And your relationship with the Most High, so you can prepare for this dark days ahead, man. Right?
Ask the people, do they want the documentary, the Mount Zion Real Jerusalem documentary? We can stick it in there so they can click on it.
Yeah, man, stick it in there, man. All praises. right? So these brothers put a documentary together, actually in the land. Yo, hey, free, real quick. Somebody said ain't no mountains in Israel. Is that true?
Ask me, have they been there?
Goodness gracious.
Clearly not, right?
Yeah.
Yo, man, this
Wow.
man. Shout out to Music Soul Child. I was debating him. He told me straight up in the debate, ain't no mountains in Jerusalem, man. Ain't no mountains in the land of Israel that we know Israel today.
And actually, has he been to Jerusalem?
No, he ain't been there. He ain't been there.
I know he ain't. Hey, we got a lot of YouTube evangelists, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? They need to be with Creflo Dollar and the rest of them cats.
No.
That boy say ain't no mountains in Jerusalem. Man, I got videos. Sure. Tell him look at the videos. Then you see there's mountains in Jerusalem.
Clearly.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the brother's gonna post in the chat the documentary Pilgrimage to Zion, where he's gonna be actually showing you the lands, right? Shout out to the elders over there that's in the land, right? And all the brothers that have been doing the work for generations. We appreciate you. We value you. And your work has not gone unnoticed.
The call went out. Let me say this.
Go ahead, Doc.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
The call had went out from Mount Zion. The call had went out from Mount Zion to return for the children of Israel, to keep the feast as it is written, for prayer and repentance. Will it be you who show up? Will it be you that will come and submit yourself to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? You know what I'm saying? If you are able to get a passport, come back and repent, for it is written, because of you coming and repenting, that remnant coming, that you're going to release your brothers and your children from the bound of your captives, and they're going to come as well.
Man, all praise and glory, man. All praise and glory. You know, at the end of the day, I always tell brothers and sisters, they say, well, why you doing all these debates? I do the debates, family, to spark the conversation. Our people love contention. So we're gonna figure out a way how to get this information to you, right? And if that's what you want, we're gonna give it to you how you want it, right? And ultimately, at the end of the day, we're keeping our brothers and sisters talking about the Bible, and that's a grand and wonderful thing. And for those who don't like it, for those who don't agree, understand there's logic behind why we're doing what we're doing in the debate league. All right. So shout out to 7,000. Shout out to Yashar. Shout out to Sister Diamond. Shout out to Sister Carla. Shout out to the entire league, man. Right. Shout out to Black Jesus Minister. Right. Christian brothers and sisters, man. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to James. Shout out to Sam. Right. The league is strong, man. We got great debaters. Yeah.
If you guys, I just put the link up to our page. That's the Real Mount Zion documentary that went viral. If you want to reach out to me personally, you can hit us up at returntozion@yahoo.com. I'll put that in the inbox. Also, you can reach us at 347-863-0496.
Con.
If you have any questions about pilgrimaging to the Most High Holy Site, Becca, aka Mount Zion, aka the City of David, hit me up. And I put my number in there so you can reach us. So there's the email, there's the link. And there's a number that we can be reached at.
Right. So this is the website link. Let me see here. Salat. Website link. Return to Zion. Here's the email. Right. And here's the brother free telephone number. All right. So I just wanted to put that on the screen so it doesn't get lost in the comments. So anybody that comes back and watch this video later, it'll be on the screen so they can see it. All right. This link is in the comment section. You can go to the comment section, click on this link. It'll take you straight to the documentary, right? Showing these brothers in the land doing the work, right? Dealing with the archaeology, dealing with the history, dealing with, the actual locations, right? So all praise and glory, man, for you brothers coming on. May the Most High continue to bless your hand. I appreciate it, man, sincerely. And I'll be in class next week.
Oh yeah, if you want to come in to the Bani Israel class, I will tell you this: humble yourself. It may sound new to you, but I guarantee we on point. This is coming out of Mount Zion. Everything is coming out of Mount Zion. All this information is coming out of Mount Zion. You see what I'm saying? So you're welcome to the class. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's going to be different information that is not your secular Hebrew Israelite info. Is going to be a lot different. I guarantee you that. It's the Yahad class. All right? I'm done. I'm good.
All praise and glory, man. Again, man, I appreciate you, brother. So listen, family, at the end of the day, the location of ancient Israel is in the Levant. What we call it the Levant is where Israel is known to be at today, right? That's where it is. Until someone can provide more biblical information than we have provided today. If you have not seen my debate, you can go on Yah World 777 and look up rematch to the debate, the location of ancient Israel. You can watch the first one, the debate on the location of ancient Israel, right? And stay tuned with the Lions Den, man. We got more debates and more topics coming up, man. But until then, man, may the Most High continue to bless you all. Listen, let's fast, let's pray, let's remember the Most High, man, because there are dark days ahead of us. But it's important that we make our connection with the Most High so we can get that protection. With that, man, I want to say peace and blessings to you all. May the Most High continue to protect, guide, and deliver us all. Shalom.
Walla walla.
Between this and the music,